So Matt, Jake told us that you only really had like 3 real weeks to train for this. What was that experience like, knowing that this was like your big chance to show everybody, hey, this is what I got?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a quick turnaround for me. The first 8 weeks I was down in Pensacola. I had to really, kind of rehab it, get it back to, where I can start running and stuff like that. And yeah, he's correct on that. I only had like 3 weeks, made a quick turnaround, but, I was confident in my athletic ability to come out here and, perform. And I really wanted to do it at the combine, but I couldn't. So, I thought this would be a perfect time, have an extra month to, kind of get ready and things like that. And, I felt really good about it. So,
given you only doubt of like, I'm not at 100% today, like maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should save this. Did that ever cross your mind leading up to Pro Day?
No, I mean, I got to show what I got, and I know, a lot of people were probably looking forward to me to going to the combine, but I told myself that, hey, Pro Day is probably the right time. And, I mean, it never really crossed my mind whether I was going to, not perform. No, I knew I was going to come out here and do something, whether that was just position drills or bench or whatever. So, I wanted to perform for everybody.
Is your foot 100% or close to it?
I don't think it's 100% yet. It's still very stiff, still needs a little bit to go. And, I think just a little bit more time rehabbing, really stretching out the tendon and, getting it right. It's a pretty serious, I like to think it's a pretty serious injury. Like, as much as a toe is, kind of insignificant, it plays a big role, and it's hard to get back, especially in your big toe. So, it's feeling kind of like 85-90%. I felt good enough to come out in here and do drills today. So.
What did you feel about your performance today?
I feel like it could have been better for sure. I'm always achieving to go better. Like, that's kind of the guy I am. Whenever I, have a great game, I want it to be better. Whenever I have a bad game, I want it to be better. So, like, I felt like, I'm not 100%. Maybe I started off a little slow with the run blocking or whatever, coming out of my hips. And, I think I was focused more on just, like, speed training than, like, offensive line training when I was down in Pensacola. But I only had 3 weeks to wrap it all together. So, I had to, kind of figure out which ones I really wanted to excel in. I think I did great in all of them. So.
Given there was a short amount of time in between when you were able to start training and today, was there pressure to accelerate that process? Did you accelerate that process?
For sure. I mean, seeing all the numbers at the combine and, what the expectation is for, the tackles and the guards and how good of an offensive line class it is, I think, there was kind of an expectation for me to do well here. And I think I did. I think, having a good vertical, having a good 40, and, having good position drills, I think, it kind of weighed in after the combine. I told myself, I'm going to have to push myself here. It wasn't easy. Getting up every day and, having to train till this upcoming week, it was tough, but, I got it done and still going to be rehabbing and stuff and still feel good.
With that said, do teams acknowledge that you're coming off of a foot injury and haven't been able to work out or practice much?
For sure. I've had discussions with them telling them, hey, I've only started training 3 weeks ago. I told everybody I'm not trying to break records here today. I'm just trying to check boxes. And I think I did that. Show teams that I'm healthy, show teams that I'm ready to go, and I think that's what I did.
Yeah, what does this place mean to you? This was your only Power 5 offer. I mean, you've played a lot of football here, and this is going to be the last time you're walking off this field. What's it mean?
It means everything. I mean, the University of Pittsburgh gave me an opportunity to make a career out of this, and gave me an opportunity to come here and play football. Coming from Long Island, which, the football isn't so great out there. It means everything being able to represent this university at the next level. And, if I ever had a chance to come back in here and practice in here again, it would be great. But, I owe everything to the city. And, it always hold, a dear place in my heart.
Have NFL teams been seeing you more as a tackle or a guard or both?
I think both. Some teams have asked me, what side would you like to play? Would you like to play inside? So I'd say, I'll play wherever. And I've told them that, I can play left, I can play right, I've played guard, I've played, a week of center. So, I like to bounce all over the place.
I imagine shuffling around during your career could be challenging. How do you think, though, that that's given you, it's given you an advantage now draft time?
For sure. I mean, my versatility definitely has given me an advantage, over some people who have, just predominantly one side. Having the ability to bounce from the right to the left, it's a new position. And it's something that I picked up quickly, and I give it to, like I always say, my old offensive line coach, Dave Warbley. He wanted to, flip us into different positions. As much as we hated it, it benefited us because not a lot of people, they don't like to play different sides. And, it's something that he made us do, and we kind of grew into it and ended up liking it a lot.
How important is your relationship with Jake just throughout your injury and also throughout the draft process now?
It's been, it's extremely important. And to, I know that I've had a tremendous amount of recognition, but for my recognition to, come back and benefit him in this process as well, with all these offensive line coaches coming to see how great of a player Jake Cradle is. He's under the radar, but he should be above the radar. He's a great player. He's a great person. And, whatever team gets him is going to get a player who gives it their all at all times. And, I think it's really important to keep those relationships kind of, bounded together. And we've been doing that over the past couple of days, kind of telling each other, let's go, let's do this and that. And like I said, he's under the radar right now, but I hope that, me bringing in these guys, he'll be above the radar now because he's a fantastic player. He's got, a lot of strain in him, and he's got a lot of football IQ, and he's just a great person. So.
Well, while you were rehabbing your foot, how much strength training were you able to do for your upper body?
The same amount that, the other people were doing there. And, it wasn't tremendous. I was still doing lower body and stuff like that, but just like a regular, upper body and stuff like that.
Did you hit the bench press maybe quota or, expectation that you set for yourself today?
Yeah, I wanted to get 20. And, on the 19th rep, I kind of turned a little bit. And if I was able to rest at the top on the 19 rep, I know I would have got it up. But, 19, I'll still take it. I had it like around 17 or 18. Throughout the process, being able to get 19 close to 20, it's not bad.
Any final for Matt? Thank you.
Thank you.